A wonderful good evening to all the viewers today as we get ourselves a little third German league action, which will begin in just a few moments. Kickoff should have been a minute ago, but as you see, the teams seem to have been on the wrong side of things. On the screen at the moment, Braunschweig, they will be taking to the pitch to take on Kaiserslautern tonight. And neither of these two teams have had the season they have hoped for. As a matter of fact, neither of these two teams have had the past few years they would have hoped for, because at the moment, Kaiserslautern sit in 12th overall in the third German Bundesliga division. Their opponents, Eintracht Braunschweig, sit in 17th, so at the bottom of the table for both of these two sides. And again, these were teams that were in the second league just a year or two ago, and even in the first division some 5-6 years ago for Kaiserslautern, if my memory serves me correctly. The last couple of affairs between these two, we'll go back to the last 5 or 6 or so. Kaiserslautern has taken the last 2 of them. Those 2 victories, of course, coming last season. The first meeting they had was in February last year. That was a 2-1 victory for Kaiserslautern. And then later on in the year, September to be more specific, in the 25th of September to be even more specific, that was a 4-1 victory for them. And that was the only meeting in the third Bundesliga. All the other ones to date have been in the second league. Overall, we are split down the middle, though. 2 victories for each side and 2 draws for each side. Again, in recent memory, Kaiserslautern having the better record. And that reflects in their table standings as well, being in 12th. Coming off a victory against Karl Zeiss Jena. That was a 4-1 win for them, while their opponents, Braunschweig, coming off a 2-2 draw against the Würzburger Kickers. In terms of what the teams are rolling out there tonight, we should see a 3-4-2-1 from FCK. That is Kaiserslautern, or their team abbreviation. Whereas Braunschweig will roll with the 4-3-3, with Hoffmann manning the middle, the striker position. And Thiele will be the lone striker up for Hildmann's unit. Keep an eye on number 9 for Kaiserslautern tonight. Well, scoring hasn't been a real problem for either of these teams in the past couple games. It's been the defensive side of things, to be more specific, that hasn't gone their way. Kaiserslautern have let in at least 1 goal in their past 3 games. The last game they didn't let in a goal was a victory at this point 3 weeks ago against Karlsruhe. It was a 1-0 victory. Braunschweig have picked up some points in a row now. 2 draws their last 2. 3 wins and a loss jumbled up in those last 5 games as well, or 6 games rather as well. First corner coming through. Way too easy for the keeper to deal with. On the far side, we get things rolling. Unfortunately for FCK, that attempt at a quick play up the far side did not quite pan out. You can see that back 4 for Braunschweig turn into a bit of a 2- or 3-man effort once they gained possession in their back line. Send up those wings quickly. Try and get the long ball to them. Didn't work this time around. Just a little too much effort on the ball. Well, given that these two teams have really had, well, it doesn't get much more even than that, 2-2-2. This one should turn out to be another close affair, or at least one that provides us with a little bragging rights for one of these teams. Or we get ourselves another draw. In terms of the raw numbers for both of these teams so far, Kaiserslautern have scored 33 goals rather through their 27 games played. This number 28 on the Bundesliga schedule. They've allowed 36, so a -3 differential there. Their opponents, Braunschweig, 32 goals for and 45 against. Well, that will certainly land you in the bottom portion of the table, 17th, as I mentioned, and a differential of 13 goals. That leaves them with 28 points. 6 wins, 10 losses, and 11 draws, while Kaiserslautern with 9, 10, and 8. Easy pickings for the keeper there, as we got ourselves another slow build-up. See what Braunschweig can do this time around, moving up. Kiewski played it along nicely, but the Hounds are not quick enough to quite catch up to it. Schad going to toss this one in. Opts to go aggressive. Chasing that one along was Pick. Miscue on the bounce will lead to another throw-in.
Einen Zustand. Ja, hier sieht man, Lautern investiert sehr viel Personal in Ballnähe.
Fitzner making a play up, but first foul coming through. Hoffmann taking the brunt of that one.
16er Kante nach dem Foul gegen Philipp Hofmann. Und das geht durchaus in Ordnung. Schad und Löhmannsröben. Auf die rustikale Tour, und da haben wir es an der Frise von Jan Löhmannsröben schon gesehen, auch unten.
Quite some distance away, but
pfeift sie ordentlich durch.
Perhaps a nice cross through, can get someone onto it, not this time around.
Scharf geschlagen,
in the general direction of a whole lot of yellow jerseys, but a quick foot race could lead to something here. Just bouncing away from Pick, had an opportunity to make something happen. Now a counter can develop. Fitzner lays it off. Cross through, and way too easy for Grill to get a hold of. A solid touch for the keeper in this one.
Keine Probleme für Lennart Grill.
That one poked out.
Aber Probleme beim Spielaufbau, diesmal der Fehler von Aino. Bringt die Eintracht wieder ins Spiel.
Attacking third throw here. Let's see what comes of this sequence. Kessel to toss it in.
Benjamin Kessler. Der 31-Jährige.
Was looking towards Hoffmann, 9 down low by the flag. We got ourselves a free kick coming up. Löhmannsröben doesn't quite like it, but there's the aggressive play. Caught the leg in front of the attacking player, and that'll earn a whistle every time. Linesman there throws up the flag immediately.
Und Christian Dietz macht gleich deutlich, wer hier Chef im Ring ist. Jan Löhmannsröben, das wissen wir aus der Vergangenheit. Ja, nicht unbedingt everybody's darling bei den Referees.
So a second opportunity off a free kick in a decent enough spot. A little more distance than the previous attempt. Let's see if something comes to fruition this time around. Low, heeled on, still in the box. So a chance to create something, or a little of anything really. Popped up rather high, hit a defender. Still in a dangerous position, albeit just for a moment, as that clearance does its job. Possession still up for grabs, and ultimately it falls for Kaiserslautern. Strong defensive presence there from Pick, coming back as an attacker to make that play. And look to thread that one through for Thiele, but not this time around. But immediately looking to transition to offense, and Kiewski and company on the back line will play it around a bit. Settle down the team, get the structure of the formation right back into things, and move up with a few long balls. The hands are brought down, and we've got ourselves a yellow, a booking already. Just a few minutes into the opening half. He's got to be careful now, as we're in early days, and Kraus has got himself. Oh yeah, he certainly got a little bit of him there, not quite sure how much. May have sold it just a little bit, but what are you going to do? Janzer has drawn 2 fouls, and both of them on this side, pretty much the same exact spot as the last free kick from this side of the pitch. 3 in the attacking third now for Kaiserslautern. Or Braunschweig, rather.
Ungefähr ein halber Meter vorbei am Lattenkreuz.
Was looking for the top corner, had the right idea. Just pulled it a little bit too much, got a little too much under it. Solid effort. I'd like to get it back, of course. Didn't go in, anyone would. Now that one has rocketed up. Looks like it may have been out of play, but things will roll along slowly. Lukas Grill will get everyone into position where he wants them. Set this one down and boot it out with authority.
In Karlsruhe. Also Traumstart für
Pick manages to gain control for FCK, and Kaiserslautern have earned themselves just a moment of offensive time as that whistle brings the offense to a halt. An offsides call, quickly and effectively doled out by the near side linesman. Fezic plays that one up. Near side now. Kiewski moving up. He's got support from Nkansa. A couple of 50-50s going FCK's way. That one will launch possession back and forth between the two. Let's see if anyone can settle this thing down for a moment and give us a little more offensive pedigree, as this one will sail out for a throw. Braunschweig get another opportunity in the attacking portion of the field. Kiewski going to toss it in. He will be the primary guy to throw in on this side. Kessel usually on the opposite side.
Momentan sieht es noch nicht danach aus. Sehr intensives Duell.
Certainly taking a few liberty steps there before tossing it in, getting that extra meter or two of distance. Anything for victory and a better position. Making a solid defensive play there. Earns his team another few moments of pause before The defense is called on once again. Like a decent enough challenge from this side from this angle, but referee saw something different. Decides to award the quick free kick, and could have been a turnover and an offensive chance. Ends up just coming right back to Kaiserslautern's hands, or feet rather. Long ball's not working at the moment for either side, but they'll probably stick to it. Those certainly can spring the offense at a moment's notice. A solid play there from Kraus on the near side. Right back did his job well. Contests the area where the ball is. Another quick battle. That one kept in. It certainly looked like it. Janser thought he had it. Solid effort from the Braunschweig player. Did what he could to try and create anything there. It had a little room as well. And on the offside, we move up. Sternberg. Lays it back for Albeck. Albeck all the way back to Heino. And through the middle to Sickinger. Sickinger's pass finds daylight. Pick plays it up. Near side shot. Centers that one, and it's going to be popped out. Defense did the bare minimum to get that one up and out of play. It have ended very, very poorly. They escape with nothing. Aerial challenge, or a bit of an aerial challenge. Leads to a transition in play now. And solid work from the back line. Preventing the quick break. Lohmannsröben has got himself a foul already, but it's that aggressive play that can win the hearts and minds of fans, players, and coaches. Determined and unassuming, if you will. Second yellow. This one going to go against Braunschweig, however. More specifically, Fitzner, as we get another look at it. Coming in a bit aggressively with the sole exposed. He doesn't like the call, but from that angle, it certainly looked a bit reckless. Felgenspan can't move it forward for anyone in a yellow jersey. His team have to get right back on the defensive foot here. Albeck plays it back, and that one will be played even further back to Grill. Not sure if it was a handball or some player-to-player infraction that caused this free kick, but regardless, things move along as they do. Kievsky. Janser with a little space. He's got to create it for himself, though. Fitzner across the pitch now. Entire playing 10 getting a touch on the ball right now in this particular offensive sequence and lobbing it forward. Grill going to get to that one quite easily and quickly. He decides to throw it out and get the offense moving. They see something on the counter that they want to exploit. 4-3-3 can have that weakness along the wings. Although, like with any system, it's about the players in it just as much as where they are. Play seems to be getting a bit chippier as we move along now. Tempo certainly is not lacking as we're down in the corner flag area, and that one's going to be poked out by the defense. Unintentionally, perhaps. As Becker was back to defend, he got the last heel on it. Tried to contest and argue his case, but nobody will listen. Clearly, he was the last player to get a foot on it. And as such, we get ourselves another corner, second of the game. And both of them going FCK's way. Sickinger curls that one through. A little too much distance on it. And certainly a lot of loft. As Fazic really wouldn't have had a problem with that, even if it had gotten in a dangerous area. Now lobbed forward, foot race for a chance here. In the box, getting a shot off, no! Pulled down, and we have got ourselves a penalty. Thiele just steaming past the back line. And we're going to have a look at what the linesman says about this. As the entire team coming over to plead their case, no penalty. And we've got ourselves a card perhaps on this situation. Red ejected in the early stages of this game. Down to 10 men are Braunschweig at the moment. And this could spell danger. And wondering for what reason he's being kicked out. Well, let's have a look at that reason. Clearly has a step on the defender there. Arms draped around. It certainly looks, maybe that pull there you could argue would earn maybe a yellow. Tackle looked decent enough, but Rutten's gone for the evening. Hasn't even put in 45 minutes. And a chance right up front for a one-goal advantage. Albeck up to the spot. Fazic has all the pressure in the world here. The shooter just has to hit a low corner, essentially, or a top corner, and you're pretty much guaranteed a goal. But we'll find out. What a save! Fazic with the right mitt, diving towards the low corner. He read it, or he guessed it, and we still are scoreless. Terrific stuff from the keeper. Let's see if he can keep it up now. With his team down to just 10 men. 9 not including himself. It's going to take a real defensive effort and a team effort to keep this score level as it is. Stranger things have happened, of course, but just on paper, you expect the team with an extra player to have the advantage. A volley with precision, but certainly not the power or the height to trouble the keeper. It may have been going right at the net, but with that bounce, it wasn't going anywhere soon. Hopping off the line there a little bit. Some would argue that he may have cheated the system a bit there, but in my opinion, the goalie's already got it bad enough in a penalty shot situation. Might as well give him a little something, as that cross almost created an opportunity. A head steaming towards the ball there. Might have been Hoffmann, but up the other way we go now. Rutten playing the right midfield position in the 4-3-3. Interesting to see what kind of form they decide to adopt now. Perhaps a 4-2-3 or 4-3-2. Either way, at the moment it seems as if Hoffmann will be the lone man hovering up around the middle of the pitch area. Certainly haven't been a lack of cards in this one. 2 yellows and a red assessed already. Pick near side. Has support. Schad on the right wing. Decides to go back towards Albeck, and now all the way back to Kraus and Hainaut. Albeck almost had the go-ahead goal, but he was denied by Fejzic just a few moments ago. As that one deflected right towards the keeper himself. And an easy change in possession there. Sternberg doing his best to curl that one through. May have had a decent opportunity, but the defender getting there just in time to deflect it just enough. Sternberg fights to gain some room and ultimately just rockets that one into the stands. Buying his team the time they need to reset and reposition themselves. No need to go for everything at the moment. They certainly do want that first goal. That would mean everything. As with a one-man advantage, they could really dictate how the game is played. Schad leaves that one, and Pick will pick it up. Finds his man on the opposite side. Into the box we go. Defender shoved over, and that will certainly be a free kick in favor of Braunschweig. You can see that right arm just a little shove in the back. Sternberg a little too aggressive on that play. Had a little space, didn't need to get overly physical there. Got lost in the heat of the moment or whatnot. These things do happen. Few challenges in the midfield area. Nobody able to get a solid hold of possession at the moment. We'll finally cleared down the length where Fejzic will slow things down once again. Nice and dirty from that tremendous penalty shot save he had. Save on the penalty, whatever we'll be calling it. Kessel to throw. Chipped out once again, looking for the long ball. 3-4 men back for Braunschweig. They are not looking to give up that deep threat one more time. As of course that's what led to the red and the penalty. Unfortunate for them, they're not paying for that mistake as of right now. Rutten certainly is, as he is in the dressing room after about 25 minutes of playtime, give or take. Not exactly the night he was hoping for. will certainly be interesting to see what the mindset will be for Braunschweig heading into the second half. That's when the coach can really have a look and determine what kind of play style is going to suit a team down to 10 men against whatever deficit, or on a more hopeful note, lead they may have after the first half has come and gone. Possession will be key to finding a draw or victory, as we've got ourselves a potential injury right outside the box, chopped in, and it's going to be still in play. No whistles blown as of yet. On the far side now, Stenberg, cross through, nobody able to get their noggins on that one in the box, and now we've got ourselves a whistle. Free kick assessed and awarded, and not too happy about that are the Braunschweig side of things, but it's just the way it goes. Arguing his case a little bit. There's the challenge. Fasic to knock this one down the field. See what they have to do here. Was the FCK manager Hildmann, and Schubert on the opposite side for Braunschweig. Currently not pacing around in the box. I'm sure we'll get a nice look at him at some point of this game. Everyone across the midway point now. The attack continues to unravel, and it unravels quickly. Not in the favor what Braunschweig would have liked, or rather that Kaiserslautern would have liked. Far side attack once again. That cross had some zip and a decent enough trajectory to cause some danger, and as a result, a textbook clearance. We've got ourselves a corner coming up, and Sickinger should be taking it as usual, as Fasic positions some of his team members to his standard, where he feels they will be the most useful. Indeed, Sickinger from the far corner. Boxed out extremely well. And we've got ourselves only another corner coming up, much to the dismay of the defense. Must have clipped just a little bit, perhaps. Tried to play this corner out rather than just lob it in. They haven't had too much success of getting anyone in contact with the ball in the box, but seems they'll give it one more opportunity here. Stenberg to take this one. Bit of a low cross. Doesn't find anyone too effectively, but still on the offensive side of things are FCK, but not for too long. A deflection sends them back. Schad with the ball. He gets upended. Beautiful sliding challenge. That stops the attack dead in its tracks. Absolutely flawless there. Ball first, then contact. That's okay. That may be the way to break through. Being a man down here is those kinds of opportunities. Heck, if that challenge goes just a little better, if the ball just rolls or bounces a little bit more favorably, that can be a one-on-one opportunity. And that's how you get your lead. Taking a bit of a tumble there was Kraus. Earns his team the free kick. So you have to be a better actor than a football player to play. Some of the fouls I have seen over the years of watching this sport certainly seems that way. Kraus waiting near side. Sickinger. Now, hey, no. Back to the center defender, Sickinger, who also gets his chances on the corners, as I mentioned, more specifically from the off, or the far corner, rather. Plenty of men in the box for Braunschweig. Would allow them to outnumber the recipients of the throw. Kaiserslautern have it in their own end now. Opportunity knocking, perhaps. Almost threaded that one through to Thiele. FCK still on the attacking side of things, though. Zook trying to center that one. Not happening this time. Kiewski there with the defensive effort. And one more attempt from the corner. As we approach the 38th minute. If that's the fourth corner, at least now for FCK, perhaps even fifth, as they get themselves a throw on this sequence. Possession currently hovering around 65% to 35%, of course, in favor of Kaiserslautern. Shots 4-1 at the moment, 2 on target, none for Eintracht. And that should be corner number 6, actually, so I was off by even 2 from my estimation. Make that corner number 7. No dice this time around either. Free kick awarded to the defense. Only notable moments so far in this game, well, you can call it 2 notable moments. Number 1, the fact that Niels Rutten got a red card 21 minutes in. That red card coming from a challenge in the penalty box, which led to a penalty, which was stopped by the goalkeeper booting it out now, Fesic. Not a bad way to get the first half rolling. And again, these two teams towards the bottom of the table. Braunschweig a little lower than FCK. At the moment, Braunschweig with 29 points with a draw today. Bottom of the third Bundesliga is Arlen. They have 24 points at the moment, so a little bit out of the ways there, but those bottom spots are certainly still up for grabs in a negative way, so to speak. And FCK just looking to hover around that middle of the table for this season. Maybe make a deeper run, but happy with either staying with where they are or simply not going down any further. Beautiful defensive play there, keeping up with the forward who had more momentum. Nick of time to clear that one. Nikansa doing his job well. Another throw is awarded to Kaiserslautern as their possession numbers continue to grow, much to be expected as they are playing with an additional attacker, or additional player, I should say, due to the red card. In theory, everyone is an attacker and a defender. It'll be tough to find those gaps for the offense in yellow, but perhaps that's not the game plan at the moment, as Shout and company will take a step back to their own half and move this one up once more. Kraus near side. Letting that one roll through. May have tapped him a bit as well with Zook. And another throw coming up in the attacking third. With this tempo possession, you would probably expect a goal to come from FCK soon. They haven't really been able to get a solid chance on target. Well, they have put up 4 shots towards the cage. 2 of them have been on goal, but both of those were, well, nothing too spectacular. The penalty was the best opportunity, and now here. Beautiful sliding challenge, and a corner is won. I believe, nope, goal kick will be the call on the field. It seems as if just at the end there, Pick may have gotten the last kick on it, and yes, he did. Great eyes from the officiating crew. Home side supporters won't like it, but that's just the way it goes. The referee got it right. Deal with it. Well, taking a little bit too long, perhaps, is Fazic, as he's going to get a talking to from the official. Men down, or 1 man down rather, still trying to create any kind of offense they can, at least generate some possession for themselves, get a little momentum going. And playing it quickly from the free kick like that is one way to do it, but Sickinger will be back there to collect the loose ball. His team have control once again. Possession numbers around 67, 233 at the moment. Give or take a few tenths of a percent or whatnot. Either way, firmly in control of FCK as of right now. The scoreline remains scoreless. 0-0. Plenty of time to change that. Haven't had a goalless game between these two in quite some time. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, the past couple games between these two. Last time neither team scored was in February of 2017. And there have been 3 meetings since then, all with at least 2 goals. Well, that's my mistake. It wasn't even a scoreless game. It was a 1-0 win for Braunschweig in February of 2017, but it was a low-scoring affair, just the 1-0. Those have been the 2 Braunschweig victories. Both 1-0 wins. 1 away, 1 at home. Although their chances in this one are not looking too great. Nearing the end of the half. We'll see how many more minutes are added on. Don't expect it to be more than 2 or so. And there we go, 2 minutes to be added on. So we have one more attack can be sprung here, but not by the team we expected perhaps. And just a little loose there with possession. May have had an opportunity. The lone man steaming forward, Hoffmann. Back to Fesic. He boots it down once again. Now looking to just control the tempo here until the half is over. Rain continuing to pour down. That's why you see the keeper all muddy and a little slipping and sliding going on as this one has progressed through 45. And Grill getting his first touch on the ball in quite some time, actually. The possession and play has been primarily at the midfield area, or of course down by Fesic's goal, where we have had 7 corners, a whole lot of throw-ins, and a whole bunch of mess out in front of his cage, as that area of the pitch is certainly muddy and mucky at the moment. Chance for 1 or 2 more sustained offensive flurries here. Let's see what can get done. Poked away, back towards the middle. Pick couldn't get it done. Sickinger plays it right back up towards the far side, though. Sternberg can't quite reach it in time, but another throw is awarded to FCK. And a chance for them to perhaps get one last shot at the goal here before the halftime whistle is blown. See what they can develop from this. Nice little nutmeg to get things rolling, but poked out once again. The half is over. It may have been a corner, but the referee says, too bad, boys. Let's take a break. Scoreless after the first half. A penalty, a red card, but no goals. We'll be back for the second half of play to see if, and perhaps when, one of these two teams will score a goal.
Ja, die Analyse, die machen wir dann gleich. Erster Eindruck. Martin, natürlich hat die rote Karte das Spiel beeinflusst. Dem FCK fällt nicht allzu viel ein und die rote Karte selbst war eine sehr harte Entscheidung.
Finde ich auch. Das war eine bisschen undurchsichtige Situation. Ich meine, der Schiedsrichter muss schnell entscheiden, hat keine Zeitlupe und kann 3-mal draufschauen. Aber aus meiner Sicht war die Entscheidung nicht gerechtfertigt, dass man eine rote Karte hätte zeigen können und so ein Bruch ins Spiel verursacht.
Das werden wir nachher aufarbeiten. Hat den Spielverlauf natürlich erstmal komplett geändert. Braunschweig nur noch zu 10, hält ein 0:0 auf dem Betzenberg, weil Fesic den Elfmeter glanzvoll hält. Jetzt schnaufen wir ganz kurz durch mit den Top 10 und dann melden wir uns wieder vom Betze. Bis gleich.
Die dritte Liga live bei Magenta Sport. Präsentiert von BWin.
Sieht dennoch geordnet aus. Und wieder die Chance, wieder das Tor! Das ist doch nicht zu glauben. Und jetzt fängt Daniel Bohl auch noch an, Tore zu erzielen.
Reimering. Und dann ist er drin! Team Wendel, was für eine Geschichte! Ausgleich in der Nachspielzeit. Jovic, Damani dazwischen und dann Reimering. Und dann kommt Wendel. Den hatten sie nicht auf dem Schirm.
Aber jetzt die Chance für Osnabrück. Alvarez mit dem Nachschuss und der Brinkenkies ist stark. Zunächst die Chance für Pfeiffer und dann Alvarez.
Die Treuesten der Treuen, die bleiben einfach da. weil sie diesen Club so lieb haben. Florian Peck! Doppelpass selber eingeleitet. Und dann versenkt dieser Jubel. Schauen Sie sich das mal an. Gut von Löhmannsröhm. Gut weitergeleitet. Dicke Chance, Ausgleich. Toller Ball. Und dann brillant von Thiele. Per Kopf zu Kühlwetter weitergeleitet.
Butterweich in den Lauf von Pourier und der macht's wunderbar. Ganz stark gemacht von Pourier, der da den Innenverteidigern Marot und R weghuscht und dann Luft gegen Volland. Und jetzt ist Platz da für Stiefler, Manuel Stiefler. Scharfes Ding nach innen, tolles Ding nach innen, ein Bombentor. Eine richtig gute Flanke, die er scharf vors Tor zieht. Stiefler, klasse Ding. Und dann ist Lorenz da.
Oh, Ball kommt durch und wieder Broll, aber diesmal, nein, das gibt's ja gar nicht. Was eine Situation, Kevin Broll. Das ist übermenschlich.
Trapp übernimmt den Freistoß und Trapp kann es und wie er es kann. Und da konnte Brinkies nichts machen. Sieht man auch nicht alle Tage, dass ein Innenverteidiger die Standards übernimmt. Amenido. Boah. Und der lange Ball kam von Alvarez. Und jetzt holt er diesen wunderbar getimten Pass aus.
Schiedsrichter Dietz zeigt rot gegen Nils Rütten, der kann es nicht fassen. Die 21. Spielminute und dann die klasse Parade von Jasmin Fesic gegen Mats Albeck. Er ist als Elfmeterkiller bekannt und damit steht es nach 45 Minuten auf dem Betzenberg bei eisiger Kälte und strömendem Regen. Ich sehe es gerade an unseren Technikern, die zittern ja auch. 0:0. Schauen wir zunächst mal auf die Ergebnisse nach 45 Minuten in dieser englischen Woche. Wir sehen den Hallischen FC 2:1 vorne im Ostduell gegen Energie Cottbus. Der KSC, das ist eine Überraschung. 0:2 zurück gegen Aalen. Jena Lotte 0:0. Selbes Ergebnis bei Groß Asbach gegen Wien Wiesbaden. Ja, Martin, wir müssen diese erste Hälfte natürlich in zwei Abschnitte einteilen. In den ersten 20 Minuten hatte der FCK große Probleme ins Spiel zu kommen. Da hat Braunschweig gut die Räume zugestellt und seinerseits auch versucht, nach vorne zu spielen.
Ja, Braunschweig hat trotz der 5 Wechsel eine sehr homogene Leistung gezeigt. Sie haben hinten gut verteidigt und sind vorne aggressiv angelaufen. Und für mich hatten sie in den ersten 25 Minuten auch ein bisschen die bessere Spielanlage. Dann kam die rote Karte und damit der Bruch im Spiel.
So, und wir begrüßen den Sportchef des FCK, Boris Notzer. Boris, wollen Sie den Schirm halten? Dann können wir alle drunter. Oder wollen Sie Fritz Walter Wetter genießen? Ja, das ist doch perfekt.
Kein Problem.
Wir haben gerade über die erste Hälfte gesprochen, die man natürlich nicht losgelöst von der roten Karte sehen kann. Die ersten 20 Minuten hat der FCK sich schwer getan gegen Braunschweig. Dann wurde es natürlich mit einem Mann mehr ein bisschen besser. Dennoch, die letzten zündenden Ideen haben gefehlt, war unser Eindruck. Wie ist er bei Ihnen?
Ja klar, also wir sind schwer ins Spiel gekommen. Die haben die Räume gut zugestellt, waren sehr kompakt, defensiv, haben ja auch in den letzten Spielen gezeigt, dass sie da sehr, sehr kompakt stehen können. Und wir wussten vorher, dass es schwierig wird, Räume zu finden. Dann durch die rote Karte, durch den Platzverweis, wurde es eigentlich noch schwieriger, wie ich finde, weil sie natürlich dann noch tiefer gestanden haben. Ich denke, in der zweiten Halbzeit wird noch ein Zeitspiel dazukommen. Also es wird eine schwierige Aufgabe für uns.
Martin hat mir eben geradezu geraunt. Schau mal, die stehen mit 5 Mann hinten auf einer Linie. Das ist für den FCK nicht einfach. Wir müssen uns natürlich die 21. Spielminute anschauen. Den Zweikampf zwischen Rütten und Timmy Thiele nach dem weiten Schlag. Also ich denke, es ist unstrittig, dass er ihn klammert. Sicherlich auch nicht geschickt. Die Frage ist, wo beginnt das Foul, beziehungsweise wann endet es und wann fällt Timmy Thiele? Martin, dein Eindruck?
Das Foul beginnt für mich, wenn es ein Foul ist, schon im 16er. Aber man sieht ganz deutlich, dass der Stürmer nicht wegen der Klammerung von dem Spieler fällt, sondern eher wegen der Grätsche des zweiten Spielers. Der Schiedsrichter hat aber angezeigt, dass er den Elfer gibt wegen dem Klammern. Und von daher war die Entscheidung für mich doch sehr, 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 sehr hart.
Boris, jetzt könnte man natürlich trotzdem argumentieren, er hält ihn ja eindeutig, bringt ihn damit aus dem Laufrhythmus und mit der Grätsche des Gegenspielers vielleicht auch deshalb zu Boden gekommen. Wie würden Sie es bewerten?
Ja, jetzt finde ich es, also klar, jetzt, wenn du es nochmal siehst, ist es eine sehr harte Entscheidung. Für mich beginnt das Foul auch vor dem 16er. Das ist sehr ärgerlich für Braunschweig, aber ich habe auch kein Mitleid. Wir hatten diese Saison auch viele Situationen gegen uns, wo wir wirklich sehr, sehr unglücklich waren mit Schiedsrichterentscheidungen. Und das ist halt im Fußball, das passiert. Ist jetzt so.
Martin, aber dennoch, selbst wenn man es als Foul wertet, eine rote Karte liegt ja eigentlich nur dann vor, wenn es eine absolute Notbremse ist. Aber da ist ja noch ein Mitspieler, der auch grätscht in der Nähe. Also da hätte man es vielleicht dann noch mit Gelb und Elfmeter belassen können, oder?
Wäre, glaube ich, die bessere Lösung gewesen. Denn die Bestrafung für Braunschweig ist schon enorm. Das muss man einfach ganz klar sagen. Und wenn ich so eine Entscheidung als Schiedsrichter treffe, muss ich mir 100% sicher sein. Das weiß ich der Schiedsrichter wahrscheinlich, aber wie man sieht, war es nicht die beste Entscheidung.
Boris, und dann gibt es den Elfmeter. Was ich interessant finde, Mats Albeck hat am Sonntag hier gegen Jena genau auf diese Art und Weise einen Strafstoß verwandelt. Wenn ich mir den Winkel anschaue und den kurzen Anlaufweg, dann bleibt ja eigentlich nur die Möglichkeit, genau dorthin zu schießen. Wenn Fesic das auch gesehen hat, ist das nicht vielleicht ein bisschen zu sehr gezockt, 3 Tage später?
Ja gut, kann man jetzt so sehen. Mats hat am Sonntag den Elfmeter in die andere Ecke da reingeschossen. Da war der Laufweg nicht mit so einem starken Winkel. Ich finde trotzdem, also Mats hat einen sehr guten linken Fuß, dass er auch mit dem Laufweg den noch in die Mitte oder nach rechts hätte ziehen können. Hat er in die richtige Ecke, hat er spekuliert.
Martin, und Fesic, der ist ja als Elferkiller bekannt. Es gab mal so ein legendäres Pokalhalbfinale gegen Borussia Dortmund. Da hat ihn Mike Büskens extra eingewechselt, 2 Minuten vor dem Ende. Hat da nicht ganz geklappt, weil es ein Gegentor gab. Aber den holt er schon richtig gut raus, oder?
Ja, das, was ich eingangs gesagt hatte. Man unterschätzt ihn. Man denkt, er ist so groß und ein schwerer Torwart, aber man sieht, wie schnell er auf dem Boden ist.
Boris, wir wollen natürlich auch sprechen über den Weg des 1. FC Kaiserslautern, mal unabhängig von diesem Spiel. Sie haben eine enorme Anzahl von jungen Spielern drin aus dem Nachwuchsleistungszentrum, die teilweise auch hier zum FCK geholt wurden, teilweise natürlich auch aus der finanziellen Not geboren. Inwiefern macht das dennoch stolz, dass so viele junge Rote Teufel Leistungsträger jetzt schon in der Aushängemannschaft sind?
Also ist ja auch ein ganz klarer Weg unserer Ausrichtung. Wir haben ein Nachwuchsleistungszentrum als Drittligist, was uns auch ein paar Mark kostet. Und für uns ist wichtig, was kriegen wir da raus? Und das hat der FCK, muss man sagen, jetzt über Jahrzehnte oder Jahre, also bestimmt ein Jahrzehnt eindrucksvoll nachgewiesen, wie viele Spieler aus dem Nachwuchsleistungszentrum den Weg in den Profifußball geschafft haben. Das ist letzte Saison die Wege von Julian Pollersbeck, Robin Koch. Wir haben noch 2 Talente verloren, den Paul Will zu Bayern München, den Torben Müsel zu Borussia Mönchengladbach. Und wir hatten heute wieder 4 aus dem eigenen Nachwuchs auf dem Platz. Und wenn man Henrik Zuck noch dazu nimmt, der ja auch bei uns ausgebildet wurde und dann noch mal einen Umweg gedreht hat, da kann man als Verein einfach stolz sein, dass man so ein Nachwuchsleistungszentrum hat, weil wir einfach eine sehr, sehr hohe Qualität einfach auch nach oben kriegen.
Boris, ich wünsche Ihnen auch für die kommende Saison viel Glück bei diesem Weg. Das ist sicherlich keine ganz einfache Aufgabe, aber beim FCK, wo Fußball so gelebt wird, da lohnt es sich sicherlich.
Ja, einfach ist anders, ja.
Ja, genau. Vielen Dank für den Schirm auch.
Ja,
darf ich Sie in den Regen entlassen?
Ja, danke. Martin, mach's gut.
Alles klar. So, und ja, englische Woche heißt, in 2 Tagen geht es dann schon wieder los. Topspiel am Freitagabend.
B-Win Topspiel am Freitagabend. Bero kann ihn nicht bewachen und da ist das Tor. 2-0 Uerdingen. Andersen schießt und trifft.
Komm, wir gucken die Konferenz.
Ja, Konferenz?
Konferenz, also wir gucken die Spiele live.
Gucken wir jetzt.
Das ist viel besser als in der Zusammenfassung, also ein Spiel nach dem anderen. Hier hast du alle gleichzeitig und verpasst nichts.
Ich habe ein bisschen Angst, weil
dass du das nicht wusstest.
Nee, ihr beiden, ihr habt echt gedacht, kennen die Konferenz nicht, oder was?
Ich habe eine
Zusammenfassung. Schauspieler sind auch nicht die hellsten Kerzen auf der Torte.
Die Sky-Konferenzen der Fußball-Bundesliga und der UEFA Champions League. Für monatlich nur 9,95 €. Jetzt bei Magenta Sport mit Sky Sport Kompakt.
Sie wollen maximale Spannung? Dann melden Sie sich jetzt an und sichern Sie sich bis zu 100 € Neukundenbonus.
Faire Kredite sind unsere Stärke. Basketball ist unsere Leidenschaft. Die Easy Credit Basketball Bundesliga wird präsentiert von Easy Credit. Einfach fair.
Das ist unser Spiel. Wir glauben nicht nur an unser Team. Wir setzen darauf. We win.
Die dritte Liga live bei Magenta Sport. Präsentiert von BWin.
Er wird für Kevin Kraus kommen, das auf lauterer Seite. Christian Flötmann ist zu uns gekommen, der Co-Trainer der Eintracht. Herr Flötmann, schwierige erste Hälfte, also ein sehr umstrittener Strafstoß, rote Karte. Wie war jetzt die Aufmunterung für die Mannschaft vom Trainerteam?
Erstmal müssen wir sagen, dass die Mannschaft das gut verkraftet hat. Also klar, nach der Umstellung mussten sie erst ein System finden, wie verteidigen wir das Ganze erstmal. Haben sie wirklich gut gemacht. Jetzt versuchen wir es natürlich weiter kompakt zu machen, uns darauf konzentrieren, dem Gegner nicht so viel Räume zu geben und dann die Umschaltmomente zu nutzen.
Wie schafft man es, dass eine Mannschaft, die schon viel Pech und Ungemach in der Saison hatte, an so einer Entscheidung nicht verzweifelt? Kann man da mit einer jetzt erst recht Einstellung die Jungs auch nochmal an die Ehre packen?
Das haben wir auch so gesagt, weil wir haben gesagt, die rote Karte war ziemlich früh. Wir haben die erste Halbzeit schon überstanden ohne Gegentor. Wir haben gesagt, das war auch schon sehr gut, das Positive mitnehmen, dass nicht die Köpfe runtergehen, gerade das Positive in der ersten Halbzeit mitnehmen, das motiviert, das merkt man gerade in der Kabine. Ja.
Personelle und taktische Wechsel?
Aktuell nicht, nein, danke.
Vielen Dank.
Well, welcome back to the second half, or welcome to the second half, I should say, as we haven't quite yet begun it, nor have we had a pause in the second half. No changes on the FCK side of the ball. Happy, content, and looking to press forward with the advantage they have in the man department. And the statistical department at that. All the important stats are going their way. Shots, possession, passes, accuracy, corners. You can call it offsides in a sense. At least that shows you're being aggressive with the ball. 2 for them, none so far for Braunschweig through 45 minutes. And that is to be expected after the red card that was assessed at the 21-minute mark to Niels Rutten. And now our lone change coming in at halftime will be for Kaiserslautern. Looks like Zook will be coming off. And in his place, Elias Hout. Let's see if we can get a little scoring going here in the second half of things. Starting off with more offensive prowess from Kaiserslautern. Threaded towards the middle. Lots of time and space to work with here. That one is on target. Another one into that column of the statistics category, but nothing in the goal department as of yet. Ooh, just deflected a little bit by the defender, sticking that foot out just in the nick of time. See the patches of wet areas on the grass. It has continued to pour down here. And the forecast shows no different for the next hour or two. How will that fare for offense? Pick now, near side, tries to cross it through, and that one is deflected. May result in a corner. Actually, no, he was the last man to get a touch on it, so goal kick it is. Thought he may have clipped the defender's boot with that one. Tangle up between the two there. Free kick awarded. A little extracurricular afterwards. Referee going to come over and have a word with everyone involved. Or more specifically, just how no. It was Kraus who was substituted. My mistake there. I said Zuck, but Kraus, the right back, taking his place. 5 coming out, 15 coming in. Looking for more quick passes to create the offensive threat they want. Almost worked out there. Still with possession, RFCK. The defender winning there and getting shoved in the back to boot. That will earn a free kick. And the wind picking up as well, as you can see from the amount of rain that's coming down as well. These guys are soaked to the core at the moment, but that won't prevent this game from rolling along. Only another 45 minutes or so for them to endure this. Almost a chance to spring free there. Or Sternberg, the ball bouncing just out of his favor. Another throw in to come. Another chance for the offense to take a step closer. Sickinger, or rather Hano. Over to Sternberg. And back to Hano. Lob finds his man, although could have been the turf, could have been misreading. Either way, not able to control that one is Pick. And the attack will stop dead there. Chance for a short-handed attack here. Cross through into the middle. Chance to take a shot, not going to do it there though. Hoffmann had a moment, perhaps just a single moment, to try and fire one towards the cage, and he didn't do it. Up the other way we go. FCK with the ball. Chip towards the middle, and defender read that play right on time, clearing the danger. Still in the hands of the home side, but not for long, as Fejzic will hold on to it now. So far, Fejzic, my man of the match. Couple saves, a penalty stop as well. Still plenty of time for things to go not his way. And if we had the voting now, he would certainly have mine. Grill hasn't had much to do so far in this game. Managed to pick it up and roll it out a couple times, but no real scoring opportunities coming his way. His team have really dominated possession and the flow of this one practically since the outset, and certainly since that red card. Now on the near side, the attack continues. Sternberg gets that one through the middle. time and space to take a shot, and not a good one. That one hitting a defender right in front. Zook with the opportunity, but the defender getting the final word. I believe it was that man Hoffmann who caught his body in the way. Another corner up for Sickinger. He's taken a couple of them, 4 or 5 at this point. Nothing to show for it on the board. Launched in, still in play in the box. That one tipped off. Think the netminder got a piece of it. Either way, it's going out for another corner. Albeck with the opportunity. As he was out in front, the closest FCK member to get a piece of it there. And yeah, indeed, going off the defender after his second chance at trying to get it towards Fezic's net. Another corner coming in. The wind continues to pick up. Does not make these situations any easier to try and place that ball where you want it, or to read where it's going to go, for that matter, as the keeper or a defender or an attacker. It's a lot of oars, as out to get this one is Grill. He hammers it right back down. Keeps the play in this half of the field. Another long clearance and chipped right back down. Those two men aggressively playing that ball, and a little too cute with the opportunity there, but winning it right back regardless. That was Lomansroben. On these kinds of conditions, it's one thing to be out there running around and playing. At least that keeps you active and a little bit warm, but you've got to feel for the coaching staff out there, especially if you're pacing around in the coach's box there, the manager's box. Not exactly the friendliest conditions. Just about kept in, but just about short there. Sternberg did what he could. Completely soaked there. That's the Kaiserslautern manager. Sascha Hildmann. Shot creates a little room in a phone booth, and his team have a chance on the offensive side of things. Foot race for it now, and shot getting there, but the defense getting there a little quicker. Solid job from Nick Hansa. He has had a solid performance so far. He's disrupted a couple of opportunities. A blocked shot as well in the first half. Just about, but it's not close enough. Probably the best opportunity we've seen since the penalty shot. The through ball was on the money. The deflection was pretty solid as well. Looked like that had a chance. Indeed it did. And just clipping the mitt there, or the forearm of Fezic. He's got himself another save on his resume tonight. But looky here, another corner. This one sent in, some curl to it. Still in the box and finally cleared out by a Braunschweig defender. Grill out to boot that one forward. Pressuring there was Hoffmann. One of the lone offensive threats with a 10-man roster at the moment, as we get ourselves a stoppage in play, a collision. And this one is going to go against Braunschweig, and not too happy about that is Kessel. Completely grabbed him around the neck there, practically dragged him down to boot. Not sure what he's arguing. Another free kick in a decent area for FCK. They've had about 3 or 4 of these. Again, scoreless as of right now, and that one on target. And another save into the stat sheet for Fejzic. Decides to toss this one out quickly. And it's going to get bumped up by his own player and kicked away there at the end as well. Sternberg with the eyes on, but it was all Sickinger there with the free kick opportunity. Had the positioning just about right, but you're going to need a little more power and perhaps an obstructed goalkeeper to really get one in from that distance and that angle. See how far out that one was. We have seen some pretty incredible free kicks over the years that this game has been played, but most of those stellar free kicks have come from this league. Well, you get gems every now and then. All of these guys can play after all. It's not as if they're a bunch of goobers on the field. Up we go. Kaiserslautern on the offensive once more. Don't expect that to change as this game continues to roll on and we approach the 58th minute. Nice moves to get around one from Fagenspan. Doesn't quite get around the second because he was dragged down. Earns his team a free kick though. Everyone gets a breather, chance to position themselves where they want. And perhaps a quick assault up the field here, but still keeping those numbers on the back line. 3 defenders right around midfield. To take any chances. The long ball is where they will have to live and die in terms of the offensive threats. As Grill gets himself a little action now. Not sure if that counts as a shot on goal, although if he wasn't there it certainly would have been in, but from that distance and with that kind of opportunity out in front, not sure if that will count. Looked like a solid challenge there. Linesman must have seen a little something that we didn't there, because it looked like it was ball first. An aggressive challenge, but in the situation they're in, they cannot afford to let a long ball come back to haunt them, especially after being pressed up so much off that free kick, looking to get someone in the box. Intercepted and played along. Long ball finds its way to Hoffmann. Has a little space, but the numbers catch up to him. And FCK are not letting up on attacking the ball carrier. They know they outnumber the opposition, so why not force them to make that pass to an area where they expect a teammate to be, but he's not there. It worked for them well in the first half. They dominated possession, shots, corners, all of those statistics. But now it seems Braunschweig have found a little way to swing momentum in their favor at least a little bit here, get themselves some offensive time. Couple cracks and looks at goal. Certainly a momentum builder, if nothing else. Albeck chips that one along. And chance for the break the other way. Got to keep it in, but that one had a little too much zip on it. Bounces out. And a throw coming up for the visitors. An hour played so far, still scoreless. We had a magical opportunity in the 21st minute after the red card and penalty. Fejzic got the better of that one. A penalty stop is nothing to scoff at, and the manner in which he did it was pretty outstanding as well. And considering the conditions, it's even more outstanding. All this water, that ball just seems to find its way through nooks and crannies it wouldn't before. And FCK hoping those nooks and crannies can provide a goal. Long ball into the box, headed on, and that looks to be another corner opportunity for the home side. And Stila giving the thumbs up and sending over one of his teammates to take the corner. Now, if my count is correct, it should be corner number 11 for FCK, Kaiserslautern, whatever you want to call or refer to them as in your mind. 11-0. Braunschweig have not even sniffed the corner flag at the moment. Heck, I don't think they've gotten a throw in the vicinity of the flag as well. It's just been that kind of night for them. It's been that kind of season for them, in a sense of the word. Only the one shot so far, not even on target, compared to the 10 attempted with 5 on target for Kaiserslautern. Possession up to 72% now for the home side. Almost doubled the amount of passes that Braunschweig have put together. At the moment, with my count, should be about 350, give or take, to about 140. Pass accuracy suffering as a loss of those 10 men on the pitch. A collision, not going to get whistled there. Looked like a bit of a hip bump there from Kessler, but for Kessel rather. Referee says play on though. It's going to be a goal kick, much to the amusement of the forward in question. If FCK were to go on a magical run to finish this season off, they could potentially end up a little higher on the table. They do sit 12th currently with 38 points, but 5th spot has 40 points. So there is a solid opportunity to move up and out of this a little bit of a danger zone, so to speak, because that point differential separated down to those bottom spots. 18th place is with 28 points, so just 10 behind. It's a couple losses in a row with things going other teams' ways. At the moment, Osnabrück at the top of the table in the 3rd division. Karlsruhe behind them, 55 and 51 points respectively. Halle taking up the 3rd spot at the moment with 49 points. And as we near the latter stages of the league and the number of games played, moving up to those top 3 spots will be not only a challenge for the team, but reliant heavily on luck of the top 3 not to play so well. Well, things can happen as we get a shot and a deflection from his own player. Oh, the block. Oh, dearie me. Could have been a great opportunity on target. Getting in the way of that one, I believe, was Lohmann's Robin. Have to get another look at it, but it looked like a 6 from my point of view. There's a look at Hutt, the substitute at halftime. Fesic has been taking his time with goal kicks today, much to the dismay of the home supporters, but, well, his team is down a man. He's going to take every moment and liberty he can get to try and push this game to that 90-minute mark without a goal. As we get ourselves a whistle, free kick coming up. Defender wins that one. Not liking it too much was the forward and the supporters. It certainly looked like a decent enough play. Perhaps pulling forward there, and certainly on the back there, grabbing with two hands. Linesman in the perfect spot to call that one an infraction. As we get ourselves a substitute warming up and getting a talking to from the coach. Another one for FCK. Play on, says the ref, and play on we shall as we get a foot race near side and a sliding challenge that goes nowhere. Two of them, in fact, hopping over legs, and the play continues. Up we move. Into the box, chipped forward and just over the cage. Not sure if Fezic got a piece of it. Let's have another look. It certainly looked like it changed its trajectory, but it could have just been chopped up and over the goal, and indeed that is the case. Robin coming off. In his place, Theodor Bergman, 16. So 5 for 15 and a 6 for 16 are our substitutions. Kraus coming out at the half, and Huth taking his place. Lovely bit of mud on the far side there. Tough not to have a muddy pitch with all this rain. Opportunity presents itself. Dragged down by the tip of a boot. That's going to result in a free kick, perhaps a yellow. And indeed, not liking it one bit is Sickinger, but that is the state of affairs. That's coming out to argue a little bit on behalf of his center defender. Was Grill. Let's have another look at it. Can see him just clip him with the boot on the follow-up. You could chalk that up perhaps to a bit of the conditions on site as well, but it is what it is. Heavily outnumbered in the box are Braunschweig, but all it takes is one misstep, one slip, and one open man to send their team into a frenzy. Two-man wall. Grill positioning them where he wants them, and away we go. Low one into the box and just past the near post. Hands on his head, and for good reason. That was a close call as Janser did what he could for his side. But to no avail. FCK looking to get their foot forward. Oh no, another sloppy play will lead to an opportunity, perhaps the long ball coming through. All kinds of space to work with for Feigenspan, but he's not going to be able to keep it in. Goal kick avoided. Going to force a throw, but his team have to get back as they've got 4 men deep in the offensive side of things. Sliding challenge, no avail as FCK keep possession. Time continues to tick away, nearing the 70th minute now. Still no goals. And Braunschweig playing with 10 men on the field. Niels Rutten with the red card in the 21st minute. That card resulted in a penalty shot that was saved. The best and brightest chance we've had at a goal. And getting a hit where the sun don't shine, so to speak. And that's going to leave a mark. And I certainly don't want to see that again. And that'll add some time to injury and stoppages. I'm not sure if the magic sponge will help this time. And of course, we get a wonderful replay. Helped off with support from the training staff. Kessel seems to be all right for the moment. Menz has taken his place on the pitch. Fresh pair of legs out there for the defense to work with. And what can they do with it? As that one is curled through, headed along, just out of the reach of an offensive threat though. Curled right back through. And that one's going to be far and wide of any offensive threat in the area. Another goal kick coming up for Fejzic to deal with. Free kick for Braunschweig. And they continue to put themselves in a better position. It looked like it hit him right in the knee area, or behind the knee, I should say. That can certainly be very painful, especially if those tendons are tensed up. The speed and power at which these guys can fire the ball. Hopefully, everything's okay with him. He was moving up and around at his own power, brought off by the training staff, but not on a stretcher of any kind, so it's a great thing to see. Clearly not offsides, as there's the one defender back. But sometimes calls are just that close with all this mess of bodies and the wind and the rain. Kaiserslautern, beautiful passing sequence, leads to nothing. The referee waves on the play. I was trying to buy a call there. Right out in front of the cage. Went to no avail. I believe that was Zook. Should look like a 21 on the back. Plays it along towards the far side. Curled in once more, and once again, Fejzic is there. The big goalkeeper charging forward and taking command of his box. He has certainly given his supporters something to cheer about. That man of the match vote still continues to go in his favor, as this team have generated no shots and they continue to get peppered and possessed in their own end. I know. Lobbed forward, but headed away. Sliding challenge disrupts play for just a moment. A toss will disrupt it even further as we get ourselves another change for FCK. They're looking to get some fresh legs on. Meanwhile, Braunschweig has only made the one substitution, and that is due to injury, it seems. This time, Zook will be coming off. Christoph Hemlein will take his place. Hut, Bergman and Hemlein the substitution. Substitutions, plural. Hut coming in at half-time. Bergman just about 15 minutes ago, and now Hemlein the final one as of right now. And again, only Christoph Mentz the substitution for Kessel so far on the opposite side. 75th minute. Still no scoring. A battle in the corner will lead to a throw. I believe not a corner. So still no corners on the board for Braunschweig. The rain continues to pour down as that one is tossed in the box, headed towards the middle and on target just for a moment. But on the spot is Grill as he gets a friendly tap from the forward in position. He's really a thorn in the side of a lot of keepers he has faced, but not today. His team just have not had it. That was the best opportunity they have had so far through 76 minutes, without a shadow of a doubt. Ball won near side by Pick. Pick sending it across to Sternberg. Sternberg crossing it towards the middle. And the box is where all the action's at, but not for much longer as it's cleared down. Crisis averted once more for Braunschweig, and FCK move up once more. Seeking out, playing along. New blood on the pitch, Bergman. Near side to Heino. Heino through the middle. Passing pays off. Albeck with the shot. That's a riser, and it rises over the cage. One of the clearer opportunities so far in this game. Albeck's had a couple decent looks at target, and look at all that space there. He picked a spot. He just didn't quite pick the positioning of his foot. Can chalk that up to a lot of things. Lack of concentration, pressure, or simply all the rain and mud we've got along here. Whistle is blown. Play is whistle dead. Free kick going to be coming up. Christoph Mentz, the substitute, will be taking it. Janser makes his way off the pitch. In his stead, Gino Fechner, or rather Stefan Forstner. Fechner playing for Kaiserslautern, also with the same number, hence the mix-up. Chance for some offense here. Long ball. Going to be a long foot race for it as well. Back to get there first was Nikansa, and he's done his job and done it well. Gets it to the keeper. Ball is cleared. The pressure is averted. And the shape can take form once more. Grill out to play that one. Albeck. Heino. Tied up. Almost loses it, but he's stripped instead. Will result in a free kick. And poking that one away to boot. Earning himself a yellow card in the process is Otto. Not the smartest decision from him there. But at the same time, it gives his team just a few more moments to position themselves instead of dealing with a very quick free kick, which I doubt would have been the case anyway. So just a fruitless yellow for him. That would certainly spell demise if another red was handed out for his team. He cannot let that happen. That would all but certainly spell a goal. With a two-man advantage, you've got to turtle up. There's not much hope you've got otherwise, and turtling is never the way to go. Chopped in, ball still loose, right out in front. Nobody can get it. Thiele was there. Thiele in the box, but he's held back a little bit. No whistle blown. That ball was well a ways from anybody. No doubt about it. Just a silly play from Otto. Fesic with the goal kick once more. He's been active. Certainly the more active of the two keepers, as this one is poked forward. Kaiserslautern with an attempt and getting knocked up high, it seems, but no whistle blown. The play continues. Grill going to get this one. He wants play to resume and resume quickly as we take a look at the potential smack. Certainly got a bit of the forearm up high. Making his case for the best actor performance at the Oscars, but that's not going to happen, as that was clearly over-exaggerated. Regardless, FCK and their supporters getting a little frustrated, it seems. They've had plenty of chances to put one in. They just have not come to fruition. They haven't been able to generate all too many stellar scoring opportunities either, as a penalty, or a free kick rather, awarded to Braunschweig on this occasion. Doing a superb job of keeping that box together on the back line, protecting their keeper as he's protected their lead, or their draw rather. Neither team has held a lead in this one, as we are still, of course, scoreless. Home supporters don't like that. Little rushed. He had the attacker in the vicinity. May have caused him to rush his pass a little bit. It's going to bring the Braunschweig side all the way up. See if they can create a little something here. It's going to result in a clearance. And all the way up we go. Foot race on the far side. Getting there first and poking it forward was Hemlein. Or Hemlein, rather. No extra E there. Seekinger. Heino and Seekinger doing their best jobs as 25 and 23 here as the back two to start that pressure moving up front, but just haven't played a very concise game so far. It's looking a little sloppy here and there for both sides, of course, but I'm willing to chalk that up to the weather conditions. Certainly is tougher to judge where the ball will go after some of these bounces and passes when you've got this kind of rain and wind going on. Like just there. Practically stopped in its tracks, but at the same time, with a little bit of water, the ball can really take off. Just seems to float above the grass sometimes. So it really depends on how the ball decides to roll, so to speak. It does get bogged down quite a bit. As that one will sail to Fesic once more. He'll pick it up, buy his team some more time as the clock continues to tick away. Nearing the final stages of this one. Still looking for an opening goal. Will we see the first scoreless draw between these two in recent memory? Certainly shaping up to be that way, as that pass intended for a man further up. Nothing going right, it seems, for Kaiserslautern. That was a chance to break free, create a little something. Grill launches that one. And away we go. Looked like it was chopped off by a hand. Supporters don't like it. But thankfully for their spirits, the ball's still in their team's hands. Or feet, rather. Far side attack now. Albeck. Long launch towards goal, sailing just a little bit high, courtesy of Hainaut. Had a good look at it. Quite some distance, though. It takes a real special effort to score from that far away. Need one of those steady risers. And that looks like it'll be going mid-cage and then just ends up in the top corner somehow. Tilep looking for a foot race for a chance at a shot there, but not going to happen. Quickly out to play, though, are the home side. They want to get things moving. See if they decide to bring more bodies forward now. The counter is still a real viable option for Braunschweig, but it's going to take something real special for them to get in that position. They had a chance earlier. And this play just about sums up the occasion for FCK. That pass to a wide open man, just not in range. Whether that's conditions or just not being on the same page, it's tough to tell. We're not on the pitch after all, and certainly not in the locker room. But this has not been a night to remember so far. Hainaut. On cross near side, finds its man. Poked ahead, and into the corner we go. And look at that mud. All kinds of dirt and grime on some of these players. As we get into the nitty-gritty part of the second half, those final few minutes. Expect to see about 3 minutes of added time, is my guess. Due to that substitution of Kessel earlier on in this half. Took the ball to the back of the leg. Trying to bicycle that one out. Valiant effort, but to no avail this time around. Far side now. Shot crosses it through. And a little bounce does not go FCK's favor. Still in the box. Shot off target because it's blocked, but it doesn't matter. A free kick awarded. And Thiele can't believe it. I'm not quite sure what happened to the defender there. Maybe we'll get another look at it as Fitzner was down for the count there. Just whiffed on the shot and then fell down. Well, that's just sad, really. And not sad that he missed. That happens to anybody. But it didn't look like anyone came into contact with him. He just missed and played dead, and he earned his team a free kick. Now anything for victory, it seems, but or a draw, as is the case here. And it's certainly not very appealing as a spectator. Helgenspan taking his leave of the game so far. Certainly juiced and gassed after those 90 minutes of running around. And this is exactly why they saved some of those substitutions, is to buy more time at the end here. Get some fresh legs on to defend that back line, because it's all about the next 3 minutes. Will Braunschweig escape with a point and a draw Or will FCK come through with a late goal to earn themselves those 3 points and propel them further up the table? Again, not much separates them from those next 6 spots up the table, and look at all that water. Certainly doesn't make sending in on the corner any easier. In it goes, and punched out with authority by Fejzic. Volleyed right back through, but that bounce isn't going anywhere. And not picking that one up quickly enough was Pick. He was in the vicinity, just let it roll away. Albeck to toss it in. Looking to cross it in once more, deflected by the defender, and he's going to fall down like a sack of hammers. For what reason, I'm not quite sure, other than to buy more time for his team and an injury substitution. Otto's got himself a yellow. He's got to be careful. If he plays dead for too long, they might send him off. He did get smacked in the head there, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It looked like he took that one into the arm from real time and just took a flop afterwards, but you can see it. He gets that one right in the noggin, and he's going to feel that one tomorrow. Referee asking him to get off. You suffered an injury, you wait till the next stoppage, and he's got to wait and wait. Allowed to come back on. And FCK are in the attacking portion of the pitch now. Last chance saloon for the boys in red, as that one is cleared. Not all the way down, still time on the board, but it's tick-tocking away. Right back into the box. In the thick of things is the ball, right towards the middle, and that one's chipped well wide of the cage. Albeck with another opportunity off a deflection to no avail, still scoreless. Had the right idea, but may have been better off to just poke that one backwards, catch the defenders going one way, and change the plan of attack. Easier said than done from our wonderful view here. With time running out, at the moment it looks like we will have a scoreless draw between these two for the first time in quite a while, and that's the end of it. A scoreless game. Kaiserslautern had a one-man advantage for about 70 minutes of game time. The stats, and this is where it gets crazy. Shots 18-1, on target 5-0, possession 74%, almost triple the amount of passes, 12 corners to none in favor of FCK, and they can do nothing. My man of the match, as I called it about 70 minutes ago, Fejzic, with a whole bunch of action to deal with. He was the backbone for his team tonight. The penalty stop will be the biggest highlight of the night, as he practically earns his team that honorary 1 point from a draw. And for Kaiserslautern, well, they've got to be disappointed. All the offensive chances in the world, all the possession, all the corners, they have nothing to show for it, and their season's woes may move on. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Have a wonderful rest of the evening, and catch you another time.